So, you're a beloved director, animator, and producer from LAIKA, and every time I go to the Comic-Con I see this workshop, amazing workshop, and it's incredible what you accomplished with your company.
Thanks.
So, I imagine you being in your office and looking at a Mr. Link figure, and then your agent calls you and say, okay, do you want to do this movie? So, what did you think when he offered it?
Yeah, the call that Paramount and the producers of the film were interested in talking to me about potentially working on a Transformers film came completely out of the blue. I was as surprised as anyone. I mean, I don't think anyone would say I'm the obvious choice to direct a Transformers film. And yet, as I started to think about it, and I started talking to Paramount and the producers on the movie, and as I started to consider that they wanted to try to tell a different kind of story in this universe, it became really, really intriguing to me, because it felt like it was an opportunity to take my filmmaking philosophy, which I've cultivated over the years at LAIKA, and apply it to a different kind of a story in a different medium. That was incredibly exciting, and to try to tap into, my own childhood, where I fell in love with the Transformers to begin with. I was a huge fan of the Transformers when I was a kid. I grew up in the 80s, I'm a child of the 80s, and I remember the first time that I saw the animated series, the miniseries. And I thought it was just so cool. I'd never seen anything like it before. And so with this film, being able to take this story and to go back to the beginning to see how this character, came to be, it was a cool opportunity to tap into kind of my own childhood loves and obsessions, and the thing that I thought was so special about Transformers to begin with, and evoke it for a new era.
Was it something that you worried about working on live action?
Oh yeah, I was terrified. I mean, as any right-thinking person should be. I mean, commanding one of these things, leading one of these things, it's a chore. I mean, there's an army of human beings that are kind of await your every word, your every utterance, and you're peppered with questions all day long, and you've got to be able to make the decision. And it was a whole series of experiences that I'd never gone through before. So while I've been, a filmmaker, and I've worked in film and animation for decades, I'd never done anything like this before. And that was scary. But having gone through the end of it, it was also one of the most creatively satisfying experiences of my entire life. And
I know that E.T. is one of your references for this movie. So did you meet Mr. Steven Spielberg, who's a producer of the movie, ask any advice for him?
Yeah, well, the first time I met Steven, he paid me the biggest compliment that I've ever received in my life. He said that when he saw Kubo, he watched it with his grandkids, and after he got to the end of it, he wanted to give the movie a great big hug. And so here's this guy that I've idolized since I was a kid, not only having seen my movie, but then complimenting my movie. It felt like my spine had liquefied. I felt like I was just going to turn into a puddle on the ground. So it's a real thrill to be working on a film with his name emblazoned upon it. And I felt the best I could do was try to evoke the spirit of those great Amblin films of the 80s, which is what I try to do in this movie. And for me, the Amblin experiences were synonymous with wonder, with laughter, and with tears, and that's in the DNA of this film.
And my last question is about the physical relationship between Charlie and Bumblebee, because we see them touching each other and like this, and there is no animatronic on set. There was no animatronic. It's all CGI. So what did you do on set and on post-production to make this thing seem really real?
It's all a bunch of stop-motion trickery. I mean, that's one of the things where having years and years of working in animation comes into play, where you use all these tricks that I've worked on and developed over the years working in animation, we brought to bear on this film. Yeah, when she's interacting, when they're touching, when they're hugging, when they're having this kind of this beautiful connection, she's acting against nothing. There's absolutely nothing there. But I approach all those sequences, those real meaningful connection between Charlie and Bumblebee, as if they were animated sequences. So I was very disciplined in how I approached it. I broke down the script, I plotted it all out, I storyboarded everything within an inch of its life. And so at any given moment, I could show the crew, I could show the actors, okay, this is what's happening, this is where the robot is, this is the choreography, this is what he's thinking, this is what his pose is going to be. And this stuff is always in my brain. I'm looking at a blank frame, and I can see where Bumblebee is, I can see what he's doing. But to be able to communicate that to the actors and the crew was critical. And so that just goes back to all the old animation tricks. And when you see her emotionally connect with this robot that was never there, and you believe it, I mean, I think that's magic.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you.